And good morning, everybody. This is Tony Fapiano, along with Al Jacobs. We're coming to you from the Guilford Community Center for the annual Guilford Rotary Senior Holiday Luncheon. Is that right? That's the right title?
Absolutely.
I should know it by now, right?
We used to say, Christmas luncheon, but we need to be culturally appropriate. So it's the holiday. It's all embracing, all cultures, all religions.
Yeah, because that's what we are.
Correct.
We are apolitical, all that stuff. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
You got it. All right. Now let's talk about the event itself, because you've been doing this since you were a little boy.
I was in
And I got news for you. You're no longer a little boy.
I was in short pants the first time we did it, yes. 1981.
1981. How many years is that?
44.
Oh, my God. And you've been for every one of them?
Yeah.
All right. Why did this start initially? What was the thought there? Whose idea was this? Do you remember?
It was actually a brainchild of John Peterson, who was the president of the Rotary Club back then. And they always took, our motto in Rotary, service by ambush. So I was brand new in the club, and they said, come here, Jacobs, and I became the chair.
You're new, you're in charge.
That's it. That's it. So, and, here's the thing. It's for the seniors. And it's always been for the seniors. And it's our way to say thank you for making this a great town. Our motto is service above self. And that's what they did all these years. They served the town of Guilford to make it as nice as it is.
All right, now this event has grown over the years that I've been coming to this.
Right.
And I've been coming since, I think, early 90s. What was it in the beginning? How many seniors were showing up? And where did you do it? Because this building didn't exist.
It was the old community center, the old brick building with the old nasty wood floors and whatnot. And Florence Conan used to be the cook here. And we took a more active role back then in helping prepare and to cook. But we maybe had 40, 50 people, if that. But gradually, and then when this was being built, we had to vacate. We had to go to the Knights of Columbus Hall. And, it gradually grew and grew and grew. And one of the things that we've added more and more to it, they would congregate over there, and there was nothing for them to do. Now we have the cheese platters over there so they can come in, get settled, and have a little bite to eat. Over the years, we added the voices. The concert, they came in, and you'll see later on, it's an incredible concert. The elementary school or the middle school, they send, I think there's a concert upstairs as we go along. Oh. And the kids are great. We've added so much over the years. We started stocking. We didn't do the stockings this year, but...
let's talk about that
okay.
In a second. But let me ask you, first of all, I'm looking around the room here. Mm-hmm. This is not 40 or 50 places have been set. What do you got here today?
225.
225? Where am I going to sit? I'm a senior. I'm out of here.
Tony,
where am I going to go?
Tony, you were a senior when we first started.
Pretty much. No, the bottom line, 225?
Well, it's 200 seniors, and then we got maybe 25 Rotarians. We're probably going to lose some because of the weather today.
All right. What are you going to feed these people?
Turkey.
Something good, I hope.
Oh, absolutely. And the turkey, Larry Santa Maria, does a phenomenal job. The turkey that he prepares is second to none, and it'll be a full dinner.
Yeah, that has improved over the years,
absolutely,
as I recall.
Yeah. And so it's mashed potatoes, vegetables. The turkey is spectacular, and then later on there'll be apple pie from Bishop's, and we ran into a little bit of a problem. Their pumpkin pie they couldn't serve. Apparently, I don't know if they had a refrigeration problem or whatever. So there'll be apple pie, and then Carrie Bishop will bring over a replacement. I don't know what it's going to be. What's your favorite, Tony?
Blueberry?
Blueberry.
Can we get a blueberry? I love blueberry.
I don't know.
Little ice cream on top.
We'll see what we can do here, Tony.
All right.
But
no, whatever it is, it is. But the point is, this costs a few bucks to put this on.
It does.
Who picks up do we charge the seniors?
It's on your credit card.
My credit card.
On your credit card. No.
I better check with American Express. I don't know if there's anything left, any room for that.
No, the Rotary Club, we pick it up. But, it's cheaper to do it here than go to a commercial restaurant or whatever. Larry, I don't even know what the final budget will be, but it's not as bad as you think. But we pick it up. And it's our way to say thank you for their many, many decades of service.
Now, you always had what you referred to as the pink ladies in the kitchen, right, cooking and actually preparing the stuff to be delivered out here.
Correct.
Is that still the case?
Yes.
Okay.
Although Larry Santa Maria has his own staff, but the Pink Ladies came into existence.
And who came up with that term?
Bruce Chips. Bruce had a surplus of pink Chips Pub 2 shirts, and he decided to donate them, and whoever got a pink shirt
Became a pink lady.
They became a pink lady.
Yeah, that
and
makes sense.
So Larry will pretty much do the cooking, but when it comes time to serve, it gets into a madhouse here. So that's where the pink ladies come into play.
I got it.
But
All
they've been great all these years.
All right, listen, we're also going to videotape. You have a whole presentation that you do from the front.
Yep.
And we're going to videotape that as well. Gary Drake will be here soon. He's going to be doing camera. In the meantime, you're going to step out, and I'm going to bring Carl right where you're standing, Carl. Make sure that this works as far as the shot is concerned.
And by the way, thank you for the many years that you've done this.
And I was a little boy then, too, when I started.
We were both in short pants, I know.
Thanks, Al. Okay, I'm bringing in the president of the Guilford Rotary Club this year. I think you're supposed to be standing right about like that.
Right there.
To be in that shot, right?
Gotcha, I'm here. Yep.
Okay. And Carl, you're a fairly new member of the club.
Yep.
You stepped up to be president after you were only a member, what, a couple of years?
I was a member here in Guilford for about 2 years, but I was a member also down in Pennsylvania for a number of years before I moved up here 20 years ago. So it's been, I've got some Rotary background. It's been a while, but yeah, it's...
Well, the bottom line is you did step up. You stepped up at a time that was very important to the club because we were post-pandemic. Mm-hmm. And we were, like any organization or any business in town, the pandemic, we all took a hit.
It hurt, yep.
And you and the people that followed you, and going back to Tom and others that came right at the time of the pandemic, difficult times.
Yeah.
But you've grown the club.
Yeah, we've grown the club. We still need to grow it more. I mean, there's a lot of great things that we do, and we need the membership to do it. We've got big plans for the future, so we need to keep growing and growing and growing. The club right now is, it's people seem to believe that the Rotary Club is just an old men's business club, and that's not what it is. And that's one of the messages that we're trying to get out there.
Good thing they don't look at me and think that.
So it's we've got younger people, we've got teenagers, we've got in our Interact Club, we've got women, we've got a huge scope of different kinds of people can be Rotarians. As long as you're interested in helping out the community, have a lot of energy, really good ideas, live somewhere around here.
All right. Some people watching right now that might think they'd like to be a member of the club are probably saying, gee, I'm busy in my business, I have my family.
Yeah.
What's the time commitment for somebody to be a Rotarian? What's required, first of all? Well,
technically there are no requirements from a timing perspective, but honestly, we need the energy. We need people to be places to do the things that we do. We ask that you come to lunch once or twice a month, just to meet with everybody and understand what's going on. And then we ask that whenever we have these functions, which are usually on a monthly basis on a weekend, to go do something along those lines for the volunteer work. So it's not that much time.
Yeah, you've already touched on the fact that if somebody wants to become involved with community events to help community groups and individuals, Rotary, first of all, is an international organization.
Yes. Yep.
Now, let's talk about what Al already mentioned. We're picking up the tab for a huge number of people today.
Yeah.
Where does that money come from? How do we raise that money?
Well, there's two ways we raise money. Is we have certain events that we do that raise money, things like the Frosty 5K on January 1st, and Lobster Fest in summertime, and Guilford Financial, we do this paper shredding event that actually raises quite a bit of money for us. So from an events perspective, we raise a lot of money that way. The other way we do it is we have a lot of sponsors that actually sponsor us, companies like Guilford Savings Bank and a bunch of other companies that are large and small companies from the area that actually donate money to us on an annual basis. And we consolidate all that, put together a budget, and we do as much as we possibly can. We spend every single dollar that we can on not only the local events and things, but regional and international. I
know back in the day when I was president in 2001, what we tried to do, because there was discussion within the club, how much money should we spend locally, how much money should we spend internationally, because there's a lot of good that needs to be done in the world that we help with.
Absolutely.
So we set up a percentage. We back then we had a 75-25. Do you have any kind of a format or structure that you follow?
It's still around there. We are going to be putting together new budgeting for next year. I personally would like to see us reach out a little bit more with our money. We've done a bunch of really good, interesting things with Uganda, building wells in Uganda, and the Native American Veterans Association.
Ooh, blueberry pie! He delivered! Oh my God!
Ask and ye shall receive. But yeah, we do.
What a guy. Al, You're going to keep you on. You can keep doing this. You're in charge.
So yeah, I mean, we try to keep a lot of the money in the. There's a lot of need in this area in Guilford and the New Haven County area, but there's also some really big important things that we do that are above and beyond.
Not to mention one of the big international projects that all Rotary clubs all over the world are involved in is eliminating polio.
Yep.
And we've been involved with polio eradication from the very beginning.
Yep. Since
And
1954.
and that's always been a big part of what we do as well. So just to get an idea of what Rotary does, we do a lot of stuff in Guilford.
Yep.
We do a lot of stuff in the area,
Yep.
in the region.
Yep.
But we do also do stuff internationally.
Yep.
So, hopefully somebody watching is going to be interested in being a part of a club that does all of that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if we can name another club or another organization that has that wide range of
in the
beneficiaries.
area. Definitely not around here.
Yeah.
And just one thing I forgot to mention is that we're actually doing some research with another Rotary club down in Mexico that it needs some help with some schools that are being built down there, and.
We even have ex-cops here. Chief, how you doing, pal? Tom Terabile is a Rotarian for many years, past president as well. Yeah.
So if any people are interested, obviously the work that we do in the local areas is most important and closest to our heart, but we are really trying to branch out. We're trying to send volunteers internationally. We're trying to raise money for organizations that are doing good internationally, and it all fits in with Rotary International's theme of service above self.
If somebody wants more detailed information about the club and the other things, we have a website.
We have a website.
Which is?
Guilford.
In 25 years, it has changed. I don't know how many times. What is it now?
It's GuilfordRotaryClubCT.com or .org.
Say it again.
GuilfordRotaryClubCT.com.
Yeah, what I do is I Google Guilford Rotary Club,
That's
Guilford,
the
Connecticut, and it comes
fastest way to do
and there it is.
Pop up. Yep,
Yeah.
Well, we also have a Facebook page too, which is where most of the pictures, like you're going to see pictures for this today on the Facebook page, probably sometime tomorrow.
Okay, now I was going to bring our treasurer into this discussion, but she ran away from me.
Okay.
All right, and that's Susie Burnett, and Susie is our treasurer.
Yes.
Member of your board, very important member, and because I'm going to ask her specifically, where do we spend money locally? Who are the beneficiaries you can think of off the top of your head now? They're also listed on the website, I assume.
They're listed on the website. We keep track of it on a weekly basis because I want to make sure everybody in the club knows that the good that we're doing, exactly where that good is going. I also want the people that are sponsors to know exactly where that good is going. So, we just wrote a check yesterday for $2,500 for Columbus House. I can't even remember. There's probably 20 organizations we've written checks to in the last 15
I know one of the real big ones was Guilford Interfaith Volunteers
Guilford Interfaith
for
Volunteers.
Meals on Wheels.
Meals on Wheels.
You gave them a big check,
We
right?
gave them $9,400. Yeah, that was one of the biggest checks we've written in a long time. Guilford Interfaith Volunteers we give money to. New Haven Reads we give money to. The Connecticut Burn Foundation we give money to. There's just organizations.
And are those listed on the website?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's important to know. Carl, fantastic.
Thanks,
Now, you got to push that button and get me out of here.
All right.
So let me just close this segment here and just say that I'm also going to bring in people that are going to talk about other fundraisers that we're involved in, like Lobster Fest, and like what's coming up on January 1st. That would be the Frosty 5K, which we've done for a huge number of years also. So I'm going to bring them in, and that's what you'll be seeing. And then once that happens, we'll actually videotape the actual event. Maybe we'll even impose our camera on some of the people that are the attendees here. Some of them really love it. They find the camera they want to be on, so that's a good thing. Anyway, with that, Carl, thank you so much, not only for what you just did, but what you are doing as president, because you really have jumped in with both feet. And I don't know what your daily business or your daily activities are like, but I hope it's not impacting that, because you have spent a lot of time and done an awful lot of good for the Guilford Rotary Club. All right, with that, let me take a break, and when I come back, I'm going to have some more people here that are in charge of some of the other events that we do. Okay, folks, I have actually the co-chairman for Guilford Rotary's Lobster Fest. You guys are unbelievable what you have done and what you continue to do for the club. But I just want to mention to everybody at home that we've already had a discussion with you, Carl, about the fact that the club has to raise a lot of money to pay for the stuff that we give money to. And one of the biggest fundraisers for the club year after year has been Lobster Fest. Is that still the case? Gary, Drake?
I think so. We're doing our sponsorships differently now. So our sponsors before were for specific events. Now we're taking sponsors for the entire year. So this year we've raised so far over $20,000 just from sponsorships. So I'm hoping that sponsorships will be our biggest fundraiser to carry us through the year. But next to that, Lobster Fest for sure.
Obviously, the people
Absolutely.
that attend, there's hopefully a profit that comes from that, would you say?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. You as the president, you're on the board also, because
Correct.
what's your title on the board?
Executive Secretary.
Okay. As members of the board, you guys have to sort of control where you spend the money.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the annual budget that you actually work off of? Do you have an anticipated amount that you would like to raise this year and then give back to the community?
It's probably going to be somewhere around between $50,000 and $60,000 is what we're hoping it is, and that's a little bit higher than it's been in the past. It's actually quite a bit higher than it's been in the past, but things are tracking in the right direction. We're being successful with the events that we're doing. We've got a lot of sponsors that want to be involved, so yeah, it's probably going to be somewhere around there, and it all goes straight back too. So
that's an interesting perspective on how you're doing this. Now, that's a little different than what it used to be. Like you mentioned already, that usually the event would raise the money and you'd spend the money. In terms of the event itself, when is it and what is it going to be? Because a lot of people at home that are watching this have been coming to Lobster Fest for a lot of years. So they saw what it used to be, and then there's some changes that have taken place. So explain to everybody at home what this year's Lobster Fest is going to look like when they get there.
So it's going to be June 21st.
Sunday, right?
Saturday.
Okay.
It's a
Oh,
Saturday.
it's a Saturday again. Okay.
And we're going to have the road race, which was introduced 2 years ago, which was very successful. And then it's the biggest change is we're not doing the full lobster meal. We're doing lobster rolls instead. So you can still purchase a meal, but it's going to include a lobster roll, and then we'll be selling lobster rolls depending on the market price. Last year we were selling them individually for $15, which was a great deal. People were very happy.
If I bought a Lobster Fest right now, if I bought a lobster roll at one of the local restaurants, what's the going rate right now?
$28 to $32.
Yeah. So $15 is a real deal.
It's a great deal. Now, mind you, you're not going to get as much meat as that, but you're getting yourself a really nice sized lobster roll.
No complaints last year.
They were absolutely zero.
It was actually, we did this, we just started doing it this way last summer, and it was a tremendous success. People were very happy with it. The great thing was because we were able to drop the price down from $60 a ticket to what somewhere is around $30 a ticket, and
That's
so
the critical thing.
Right,
Because
and
some people buy multiple tickets for clients, for
families.
family members, or whatever. Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah, it was. I mean, not a lot of families could afford $65 a ticket. So the fact that we were able to bump it down, we had lots and lots of families coming. That's the whole idea behind Lobster Fest, is not only to raise money, but it's also Guilford camaraderie. So it's been around for a long, long time. It's an institution.
It's a family event that we want. We want to create a family festival atmosphere. We made some changes last year, although the petting zoo didn't come because the weather was inclement. But we're going to have a petting zoo for the kids. There's more games for the kids. So we're just looking for ways to bring the families out in an affordable way.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? It's been going on for so many years. It's become an annual tradition. For the town, for the club, obviously, but for the town of Guilford. I mean, we're a shoreline town. There's no other Lobster Fest on the shoreline. We're doing it. You know, and to have that go away would have been a tragedy in my mind. But
Well, I mean, and you're right. It's a lot of the people that come have been coming for years and years and years, and even though we've made changes and it's a little different than it's been, people seem to still think it's very. I mean, it's actually getting bigger and better at the same time. There's lots of great music, lots of things to do, and it's affordable. Picnic tables, and it's a nice day out for the family.
and you're not exactly charging an admission per se.
There's no admission.
If I want 2 lobster rolls, you're going to charge me for 2 lobster rolls.
Correct.
And that's how you're going to do it.
Yep.
Now, last year you also had hamburgers and hot dogs. Those are going to be available also
Absolutely.
at a different rate.
Yep.
Absolutely.
At a different price.
Yep.
Okay. Good deal. I mean, it was a great time.
Yeah.
And I would encourage people at home to come and spend the afternoon because, we came with our family. We put up a tent. We had tables, and a lot of people came, and it's a fun event. It's a good way to get together with everybody, and you still created that family atmosphere, which I think is important for the club.
Yeah.
And that's our goal, is to have a good family fun event at an affordable price.
Now, where do I get one of these?
I actually
Do I want one of these?
I actually got this from someone at an ugly sweater party, and I never returned it to them. So.
And you're wearing that today because obviously you're a volunteer like the rest of the folks and the
Exactly.
other Rotarians at this event.
Correct.
Okay. And we talked about this money, this costs money to put this on.
Yeah.
And Lobster Fest, the revenue that comes from that is part of it.
That's right. That's one of the ways we have events like this is from things like Lobster Fest.
I'm waiting for Stasky to get here to talk about what's going to happen on January 1st also. And so as soon as he gets here, we'll add that to this conversation. So basically, we're covering all of the big events that happen during the course of the year for the Rotary Club and for the town of Guilford.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Gary.
Thank you very much, Tony.
No, I don't want one.
Thank you, Tony.
Thanks again. Okay. Push that button. Okay, folks, we're back, and I'm back because I want to talk about the next event that the Rotary Club is doing.
Big event.
We're taping this on December 11th. Right now is when we're doing this event for the seniors in the town of Guilford. But on January 1st, just 3 weeks from now.
20 days from now. Yep.
Okay.
We will we'll have the 40th,
Hold on
maybe
one
the
second.
42nd annual. Yep. Let's get the promo here.
There you go. That
Frosty 5K.
sometimes a picture tells 1,000 words, you know?
Frosty 5K as in 3.1 miles and a 2-mile fitness walk. Great way to start out the new year. Everything kicks off around 11 o'clock right in front of the town hall here on the historic Guilford Green.
Back up. But they're going to come here first and register?
The registration is the 2 days before at Marathon Sports in Brantford. The Monday and Tuesday before. You can register the day of that morning in front of the library. We'll be set up with a tent and tables, and you can register then too.
Oh.
And after the race is where it all happens here.
Everybody comes back to the community center.
Best New England clam chowder ever.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what's going to happen when they come back here?
Well, we have the awards. We have tremendous food, refreshments.
By the way, this is Peter Webster. I neglected to introduce you. Peter, you're actually one of the newer Guilford Rotarian. You've been a Rotarian for a lot of years.
For
You
almost
probably go back
40
to Paul
years.
Harris back in 1905.
I know I look like it. No, I joined the Essex Rotary Club in 86 or 87. And I've been in, as we've moved around New England, in 7 other Rotary clubs besides Guilford. Guilford's the
How do you like Rotary?
Guilford's the best. Love Rotary. This is how you get to meet people, the people that care about the town, that give back. And this is just a wonderful event. I think it's our second largest fundraiser each year is the Frosty 5K. And then we have another 5K that we just started 2 years ago. That's with our Lobster Fest in June, July. And that's a winner too. Totally different. Running a race in July versus January 1 is a different experience.
Yeah, earlier in the program, if people watch it from the beginning, they will see we've already discussed the fact that the Guilford Rotary Club raises money to spend money.
Exactly.
And what comes in, what goes out. I mean, you're not on salary now, are you?
If I was, I've lost out on it. But we reinvest every penny that we make, goes back into the local community, the regional community, and international. Internationally, we have some great international programs.
Yeah, and it's important because just an event like this, 225 people are going to be served lunch today. The club picked up the tab for that.
Yep. And one of the neat things for new Rotarians joining the club, getting to know the other Rotarians, is the best way to do it is to help out here setting up, and you get to know the other guys and ladies. So it's a wonderful organization.
Yeah, now you're leaning in the direction of where I'm going now, because we've already discussed the fact that the club is in a membership growth mode right now.
Correct.
We want to see the club grow, because if we have more people, we can do more events, or we can do a better job with the events that we're doing. I mean, it just helps when there's more bodies involved.
That's right.
What do you like about, what would you recommend to somebody watching right now in terms of why you think they might consider joining Rotary and what benefit they would get out of it personally?
Well, if you want to give back to your local community, there's no better way than joining a service club, service organization. I think Rotary is the strongest of all the service, the oldest and the largest worldwide, and it's a great way to get to know the town, the history of the town, and the various charitable organizations within the town that we support. So it's just a great way to give back. So.
Yeah, and The other thing I think that's important, and we did touch on it when I discussed this with Carl earlier in the program, is that somehow Rotary still has that image that it's a bunch of old guys that get together.
It used to be.
That's not the case anymore.
Well,
it hasn't been the case for a long time.
It was. When I joined Essex in '86, it was all male. It took a Supreme Court decision to allow women to join these various service clubs, and there was some pushback and resentment. But the best thing that ever happened, certainly to Rotary, was the advent of women. That's the way it was. I was the youngest guy, joined Rotary in Essex in '86. Didn't know a lot of people, and they were all much older than me. But you're right. We need youth. We need the vitality from younger members. A little snow on the roof here, and we need to get
A lot of snow on this roof.
At least we got the snow, though.
You got the snow. Yeah, you still got the snow. Yeah, but I think that's, and the other thing, too, is that our club is at least a third, maybe a half now, female, which is not the case.
And they're smarter than we are, and they're better workers.
No question about that. Yeah, and I think what's important is that because we have such diverse membership, there's a diversity in the ideas and the energy that comes back, and we have a good club. I mean, now we did not discuss if somebody wants to join or wants to visit, let's say. We meet on a Wednesday at lunch, normally here in the
community center.
Community center.
And then the first Wednesday of each month, it's a breakfast meeting at 8 o'clock upstairs here at the community center. A wonderful breakfast, and the lunches are terrific. Larry does a tremendous job. We finally have found our home for food.
Yeah, we bounced around a little bit. Yeah,
and that's so common with every Rotary club, where complaints have been about paying too much, not good. We have it made here in Guilford right now.
So if somebody is thinking, right, gee, that sounds like something I might want to at least investigate.
Be our guest.
Can we invite them?
We have these little cards we give out. Join us as our guest for lunch or breakfast, as it may, and check it out. No obligations, and I think you'll be impressed with the camaraderie and the good stuff, the good works we do. What impressed me back in '86 was the international effort to end polio. It's called Polio Plus. It was just kicking off then, and we were at that time hoping to eradicate totally by the year 2000. Didn't happen, but came very close. There are only 4 countries that polio virus is still extant. So that was what impressed me. But we do so much more at the local level, too. That's so important.
Yeah, again, in discussion with Carl earlier, we had a 75-25 breakdown. 75% of the money spent locally or regionally, and 25% internationally. So that works. That works.
Yeah. And some clubs, I know the Essex Club wanted to do almost 100% locally. We got more and more involved with the international efforts, whether it's digging wells for fresh water or providing a breeding pig for a family in Haiti.
We buy pigs.
And those are really important, too. But I think 75-25 is a good split.
Yeah. Again, I think the diversity and the wide range of interesting things that we are involved in. Hopefully somebody's watching and they can step up and come join us for lunch.
Absolutely.
First Wednesday of the month, join us for breakfast. And Peter, I grabbed you last minute. I appreciate it. And you're always great to talk to. I know when you were I'm not even sure you remember yet. You walked in the door and I was doing interviews with people. I stuck a microphone in your face.
A year ago, we just moved back to Guilford, and I thought it was our regular Wednesday lunch. And I walked in here, and I'd forgotten it was this huge community senior luncheon. And you stuck the camera in my face.
And here we are. Yeah. Thanks so much.
Good.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay, folks, I'm back again with another one of our club members who's very involved in another event that we do, and that is something called Warm the Children. This is Larry Appleton. And Larry, we've been doing Warm the Children how long now?
At least 25 years.
Okay, and what is it?
Well, it's a project with Madison Rotary. It started with a lady
So
named...
it's the Guilford Rotary Club and the Madison Rotary Club. Okay.
And it started with a lady named Ruth DeSarbo. And Ruth DeSarbo worked for the Shoreline Times and was instrumental in getting this whole thing started. And it's a project that's designed to have shoppers from both towns shop for the children of the other town. In other words, Madison shops for Guilford.
So you don't know anybody. The likelihood is you don't know the people.
A lot of people know each other
know
by now.
anyway, yeah.
And we go to Kohl's and in Branford, and I gotta say that Kohl's has been wonderful to us.
Are they?
And,
Before that, we were going to Walmart when there was a Walmart in Guilford.
When there was a Walmart. And imagine, I don't know, but at any rate, I don't know whether that'll ever change or not, but Kohl's has been really good to us. And one of the things that they do is that we buy gift cards, and the gift cards are for every child that is signed up in the program.
Okay.
And
they're what value? If I have a 12 or 13-year-old that's going to benefit from this, how much money can I spend?
$175.
Wow, that's pretty good.
And what happens is that Kohl's gives us a credit for every one of those $175. And that's what we laughingly refer to as Kohl's Cash. And that Kohl's Cash serves all kinds of things. It serves this dinner.
All right, but the bottom line is somebody who enrolls in the program, who has children,
Yep.
they enroll in somebody in Madison would enroll in Madison.
Yes.
Somebody in Guilford would enroll in Guilford. And who do they enroll with? Who do they see to get involved?
Social services.
Social services, okay. And then what they have to do is identify a need to qualify, or is this open to any? Do you have to have your income limitations or that kind of stuff?
Social services has their clients.
Okay.
And whatever criteria social services uses for their clients is the only criteria for signing up for this program. And once the list is developed, it gets sent over to Madison, and once Guilford's list gets developed, it gets, so on.
All right, now you've already completed the program for this year.
Yes.
If somebody is interested in getting it, maybe they're just learning about this for the first time, and they want to get involved next year, when do they do that? When's the time to register your kid?
Usually it's done at the time you sign up for the fuel.
So it's what, fall?
Right, for the full fuel benefit.
And this gets advertised in the local newspapers, does it not?
As far as I know, yes.
Yeah, it always has.
It always has.
Okay.
And
so somebody should look for that, and then they should contact social services in their particular town.
yeah.
Because let's face it, $175 this time of the year for one of your kids is fantastic.
And the big thing is we know no kid freezing on a sidewalk waiting for the bus.
Yeah, right. Got it. All right. Well, I know you've been doing this how many years?
25 years.
You've been doing it 25 years?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You were a little boy when it started, too, then. I hate to break this to you. You're not a little boy anymore.
No. And but it still keeps me going. I tell you, it's a great thing to go shopping for a family.
Yeah.
And see their reaction.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I've been involved in it since I'm a Rotarian, but I don't actually do the shopping. My wife is a shopper. I mean, she loves to shop. So I just, whatever I'm giving, 2, 3, wherever there is 2 or 3 kids, I give all that to her, and she does the shopping. And she really enjoys it. She enjoys the satisfaction of having done something good for some people. So.
Yeah.
And Larry, you should feel good about that, too. Great job.
Man, thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay.
Good to be here. Like we were saying earlier off camera, I look forward to this thing in the summertime. I'm checking in with everybody. I can't wait to be here and have so much fun.
Well, we're glad to hear that because we really look forward to seeing you.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, bottom line is, John Seville, you're working like a wild man. You're busy this time of the year especially, I assume.
Oh, yeah, the holiday parties. We did a Shoreline Chamber party last night. We have a bunch more parties lined up all through the weekend, right up to Christmas. But I'll tell you, Tony, I love it. It's a festive time of year. People are happy. They're upbeat. They're joyous. They're excited about the new year. It's a great thing.
Perfect time of the year.
Yep.
All right, so what's up with you?
I'm still doing a ton of radio. at different iHeart radio stations. My wife and I still have our health and wellness company.
How's Patty?
Patty's doing great. She's home working on it right now.
Yeah.
And then, of course, in getting involved in the community and just hanging out with our 2 kitty cats and just enjoying life.
Explain something to me. You never get old.
Right. Must be all the bronzer. But it's all the vitamins, I think, and positive, mindset
Well,
like you have.
you are into that business as well, right?
Oh, yeah. Very much so. Very much
Okay.
so.
At one time, you actually were a personal trainer.
I was the head trainer over at Planet Fitness. I've done some, natural bodybuilding shows, and I'll probably do another one in the next year or 2.
And back in the day, you actually were a bodybuilder.
I was.
You're competitive, I mean.
Exactly, but I've competed about 3 or 4 years ago again.
Did you?
And I'm going to do another one in the next year or 2.
It's like a sample over here. I mean, this is what you could be, Matt. Matt, when you grow up, you might be like this.
You're right. You're rock, Matt. Okay. But Tony, it's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, same here. And I see you on a regular basis in Brantford. You have an office there?
I think so, yeah. I see you with your buddy over there having coffee at Common
we have,
Grounds.
once
in
a week
Brantford.
we stop in there,
Well,
yeah.
give my best to Chris and your family, and I
will.
love you, Tony.
All right, pal. Good to see you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming over. So I had my lunch. It looks like you had yours, so it's my turn to interrupt and to impose on people. Who are you?
Betty Streeto.
And you're from Guilford?
Yeah.
Okay. You been here before?
Many times, yes.
Yeah, and you came back.
Yes. Oh,
You must have done something right.
the food is excellent. You people that put it on are fantastic.
Oh, these
I
guys are
appreciate
unbelievable,
it.
the way they work.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
they
yes.
really are.
They're very hard workers.
Well, you know what's interesting is that we have fun doing it. This is not work for anybody here.
Okay.
We just love doing this.
Yes.
And we love getting together to do this with you guys. So.
It's nice that you do it for the seniors and whoever else wants to come.
Yeah,
of
they
course.
told me I did an interview earlier with Al Jacobs. He said this started in 1981,
Oh,
so it's 44 years ago.
were we born?
Well, I was a little boy. You were a little girl.
I was just born in '44.
We were probably in the kindergarten together.
Yes, right. Yes.
Yeah? All right, I get it.
Yes.
Well, actually, I don't have to work this anymore because I'm a senior too. I should just sit down. But they have me doing this anyway.
Yes.
So, who's the group here? I watched you. You were kind of orchestrating who was sitting where and who's friends with who. Who's this whole group?
We play pinochle together here.
Oh.
We play on Tuesdays and Fridays.
For money?
No, they won't let us do that.
You're not gambling.
And thank God we don't play for money.
Yeah. So, and you meet on a regular basis.
Yes, yes.
Is that something that the community center sets up, or is that something you do it on your own?
No, the community center puts it on.
Yeah.
Yes.
And were you all friends before you started?
No, no. We're friends now, though.
You are. I was going to ask you, are you still friends?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, we are. But it's good.
So who are these people?
We have Sam, we have Alice, we have Mike, we have Ian, we have Barbara, Dan, and Bob.
Okay, I wanted to get Sam on camera because he's actually a personality.
Oh,
I mean,
know.
people know Sam. They should know him.
He was a big honcho.
If they've been here living long enough, they would know Sam.
Come on, Sam, say it to viewers. Say Merry Christmas.
Sam, let me ask you one question. Just one question. Hold on 1 second. Say,
Yeah.
Liz, I'm sorry I had to bother you like this, but I wanted the people at home to see these are really all Guilford people, right? Actually, you don't have to be a Guilford person necessarily to be here.
Right.
We've met friends that come with Guilford people, that sort of thing.
That's one good thing about Guilford Center. They accept anybody. There are a lot of senior centers that do not.
But you're like the boss here. Is she the boss? Do you know this guy?
Yes, I do.
How
Bob.
well do you know him?
We play cards together.
Oh, that's the only way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Does pinochle result in personal relationships? I might start playing pinochle,
I don't know. We don't see each other outside of pinochle, but we're all pretty nice to each other, and I would say we have a nice relationship.
Thank you so much for your time.
Welcome. Thank you.
Okay.
Good this year. That is not bad. I think this is going to be a great holiday season. So, I apologize, but I need to get going. All right, I got a lot of things to do, but I wish all of you a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. This is fantastic. Thank you for all you do, Rotarians. We really appreciate it. Santa, thank you for coming. And here's the song. There goes Santa Claus, there goes Santa Claus. But I can't sing it. But just to give you an idea, he did not come empty-handed. There are gifts over there. If you look under your placemat, a number of you have a Bob Harmon, been the lucky winner. Gentlemen, I present to you Rachel Allen, the voices under the guidance of Rachel Allen, so please give them a very warm welcome. The voices from the Guilford High School.
Season. Oh, it felt like it was really loud. Okay. So this is I want to say a regular class at Guilford High School, and the reason that it is able to exist and that we're able to come out and do things like this for folks like you is because of the wonderful administration that we have, the Board of Education that we have, the superintendent, all of the supportive people that run the school system they allow this to happen. And so thank you to the community. You allow it to happen as well because it's your support that feeds up to those levels. So thank you for your support of the arts in our community, and we are so happy to be able to bring it out to you. So going on to the next song, what did I say we were singing? Rudolph? All right, we're going to do a little mashup of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty. We hope you enjoy it.
Say
This is another one that you probably know many of the words to. So this is Deck the Hall. Please feel free to sing along as always. We've got two more for you. This next one is one of our favorite arrangements of Jingle Bells, and this is the one where, hopefully, if we do it right, you can picture the sleigh just going up and over the hills and out of control and over the hills of snow. So this one's not quite as sing-alongable because gets a little crazy, but we hope you enjoy it. This is Jingle Bells.
Still taking pictures. Still singing.
I told you it was a crazy ride. All right, that is about our time, so we're going to leave you with one more, and we hope you take it to heart. Regardless of holiday that you celebrate, we're going to sing We Wish You a Merry Christmas, but we wish you a Merry Everything. We hope you have the most wonderful season with the ones that you love and with one another, and thank you again so much for including us in this lovely day. So on behalf of GHS Voices, thank you once again, happy holidays, and this is We Wish You a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Let's hear it for the voices, everybody. You guys rock. We love you. Yeah, standing ovation out there. Look at that, some people. Oh, you're already standing. Okay. I think they've earned it. They've been standing the entire time entertaining you.
Was that as promised or what? Are these kids terrific? They have the voices of angels. So a standing ovation is in order, by all means. The Guilford Voice